My name is Jensen. I'm going to be your tour guide today. And I also happen to have a co-host with me. He's really, really delightful guy. You'll probably recognize him from the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. It's Jimmy Fallon. All right, everybody. Say hi to Jimmy.
Oh, hi there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Jensen.
And the greatest driver.
Chris.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Jensen
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right. Thanks for reminding me, Jimmy. We do have some safety rules to go over. First, if you need guest assistance or are having a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab that red emergency cord that's running along the center of the ceiling of the tram. And I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please remain seated, keeping your arms and legs inside the tram at all times. The studio is private property, so if at any time you drop your phone or you just can't wait to use the restroom, pull that red cord, but please do remain seated. There's no smoking on board the tram today. And be prepared, because our tour features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and water effects, a lot of them. Ooh, that's right, it's very exciting. So you'll want to have your cameras out for those awesome photo opportunities. Hang on to them tight, because you don't want them to fall out of the tram or get wet. And finally, for your safety and those around you, there's no using of selfie sticks while we're on board today, so make sure you collapse those babies and put them away. Just like that, safety spiel, done. Check out on the left and right hand sides of your tram some posters representing Universal's movie history. This is our timeline here. They're going in chronological order. Just a few highlights. You can't put up all the movies because Universal's produced over 8,000 of them. That is right. It's been a lot of movies for a long period of time. In fact, you got Universal was founded in 1915 by a man named Carl Laemmle. Carl Laemmle really believed in involving the public into the filmmaking experience. In fact, he used to set up bleachers so that guests could come and watch the westerns being filmed and hoot and holler for their favorite cowboys. Hello! Look at the firemen on the left. They're real heroes. LA County Fire Department. Okay, that's them right there. So it's very important to us here at Universal to make sure we involve the public in the filmmaking industry. You guys get to see some behind the scenes of how we do it. Oh, look at that. That's where he came from. From that fire station there. You can see, it's not a set. We're gonna see some, but that's not one of them. Because we're in an actual city here, we gotta have a fire station. In fact, Carl Laemmle, the man who founded this place, called it the strangest city in the world. So we have a fire station, we have our own zip code, we even had a DMV on a lot at one point. But the thing that's strange about us is that we're completely dedicated to making movies and television here. You guys, we're back to a place called the Front Lot. You're gonna see a lot of large buildings. These are sound stages. They give a lot of filmmakers a lot of creative control over lighting, sound, and sets to build inside. The first one's coming up on your left. It's stage 12, and it belongs to NBC's The Voice, hosted by Carson Daly.
Hi everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal line. Take a look.
Yep, there it is on the left. That's stage 12. It's the singular largest soundstage on the lot. It's been home to some awesome movie sets like Frankenstein's Lab, Dracula's Castle, Scarface's Mansion, the Visitor Center from Jurassic Park. Now, you can see we've got some construction going on the right as we're expanding our universe, and some more sound stages here on our left. These sound stages have been home to some great movies like Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Bruce Almighty, Red Dragon, and Psycho. Stages 17 and 16 that are coming up on our left, if you see stage 17, the big letters on it right there, that's currently home to NBC's Superstore. The entire Cloud9 retail store is built inside those sound stages right there. We also have Hollywood Game Night on the lot.
Whose name is where you live? It's
there. Sometimes Superstore has to film other scenes that aren't in the entire box office store, so they'll film those in Stage 21, which is just across the way there on your left. Stage 21 has housed some awesome movie sets like NASA's Mission Control from Apollo 13, John Carpenter's The Thing film scenes in there. Also some scenes from Jurassic Park. Do you guys remember the scene when the Brontosaurus sneezes on the kids and gets dino beavers on their faces? That was filmed inside Stage 21 there. So was the scene when there's a Jeep dangling from a tree. Also inside Stage 21. And if you love those scenes, we'll go outside and just go to race too. But one of the many ways that we have tricked you in the filmmaking biz, and I'll show you a few more tricks that we have up our sleeves later on in the tour. We've made now the turn onto Sitcom Alley, and if you're listening and paying attention, you'll probably guess that some sitcoms have filmed inside these sound stages. Coming up on our right, sitcoms like Who's the Boss, Different Strokes, The Jeffersons, Coach starring Craig T. Nelson. Actually, Craig T. Nelson came back years later to these same sound stages to film Parenthood alongside Lauren Graham and Dak Shepard. Now, Dak Shepard's wife filmed The Good Place in these same sound stages. It's not the only good show that we have here at Universal, because Good Girls also filmed inside these sound stages. See what I did there? Like 1 degree of separation, because anyone has filmed here on the Universal lot. We got a lot of action going on today, because there's a work day for these people, and you guys are all on vacation. Oh, look at that. There's a poster of Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. Hi, Ted. You ready to say hi, Ted, again? Because now, hi, Ted. There's Ted the teddy bear there on your left. 2 Teds. It's a little meet cute. We're so close again so far. Now Ted, the teddy bear here, the one holding the martini, he's guarding these cute buildings here on your left with the flowers in front. These buildings used to be dressing rooms to some of Hollywood's biggest stars like Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Jimmy Stewart, Tony Curtis. Now these buildings are actually production offices for some of Hollywood's top writers, directors, and producers. So this is where they get to come to work every day, develop their ideas, write their scripts, pre-production, basically anything that happens before they pick up the cameras and start filming. Mark Platt, producer of La La Land, has an office here. Academy Award-winning director Robert Zemeckis of the Back to the Future franchise, of course, Gump has an office here. Elizabeth Banks, Brownstone Production Company as well. And Illumination Entertainment, they're the production company that brought all those minions that are running around the theme park. There's the Little Me franchise and Secret Life of Pets 2, which is out in theaters now. 5195, look, be on the lookout for that number of bungalow on your left. That was Alfred Hitchcock's Home Away from Home here on the Universal lot. We directed films like Psycho, Rear Window, The Birds, Vertigo. Now it's home to the De Laurentiis Company. They brought here on the left to the biggest screen. On the left, you're going to see some new sound stages. These have windows on the sides. They look a little different. They actually just tacked on offices as they built these fairly recently. These were dedicated as the Will and Grace sound stages in honor of the revival that films here, but we've also had reality TV programming in this soundstage, like America's Got Talent and World of Dance, which is hosted by Jennifer Lopez. And actually the first production to use these was Hairspray Live. Do you guys remember when that was on NBC, the live broadcast? They filmed their inside scenes in that soundstage, and during commercials run across the street we're driving on right now to our metro sets right there on your left, where they film their exterior scenes. Right now, guys, we are going to drive down Royal Crescent and get a little... All right, I see that red cord pull. I'll be right back. Is there a medical emergency? No? Okay, I'll be right back there. Just hold on a moment. Alright guys, we're driving on Royal Crescent. You can see New York Street on your left and this mural on your right here. It's called the Tram, which means to fool the eye. So if the camera were to be on the other side of the metro sets pointing that way, it would look like a three-dimensional building in the background, but up close it just looks like a mural, which is pretty neat. On our left here, this grassy area is London Square. We've had, it's called London Square, but it was actually India in the Mindy Project. We've also had Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agent Carter out here as well. They did a promo for Cord and Tish doing the correspondence for the royal wedding. That's Will Ferrell and Molly Shannon did a little bit out there, and I think they're hilarious. So and just like that, from London Square to New York Street. We're about to turn onto New York Street right now. Definitely check out these ends on each side. They're curved. It gives the illusion when you're looking at this street on camera that this street goes on and on and on. In fact, it just ends right at those corners there. I know you guys want to hear from Jimmy Fallon since he hosts the Tonight Show in New York. I guess I'll let him share with you what it's like to work out here.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighbor. What's got mugged over there? An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, it's cool, guys. I was just walking here. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Great, check out some of the background stills from New York Street in action. I'll go film out here. Speaking of action, we've had a lot of action movies out here on New York Street. It's a lot safer to film an action scene out here rather than to buy out a street in New York and try to film something out there. Keeping everybody safe here is a lot easier to do. They blew some things up in Transformers. Also, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, which is coming out later this summer. You'll be able to see New York Street in action. Also, Captain America: The First Avenger. Steve Rogers in the first movie chasing Nazis down the street. That was this street. That was New York Street. We've also had American Ninja Warrior build their entire obstacle course down the center of New York Street, which was pretty cool to have them out here. And I know I keep calling it New York Street, but honestly, we could make this any street from any time period that we need it to be. It was the 1920s Los Angeles in The Changeling with Angelina Jolie. It Lived by Night with Ben Affleck. It was Boston. And in The Blues Brothers, it was Chicago. So we can get whatever we need it to be. Let's say goodbye to the concrete jungle. Goodbye. You've been so great to us, concrete jungle. We're going to another jungle. We're going to the jungles of Skull Island. Get ready for King Kong, everybody.
It's the original King Kong that made we saw that idea on TV. I like films that just take you away from real life and sweep you up on stage. Can't listen, does it? I'm in the open board, shifting the sand to the West Island, monsters, creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just keep them in your hand because we're about to take you to Skull Island.
That's right, guys. Skull Island is full of rickety stone pathways and wooden bridges and whatnot, so make sure you're remaining seated and hanging on to all your belongings. We'll be going in just a moment.
We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality, and he's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. He is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature of Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are his personality. He's had enormous numbers of problems with his bones, fatigue, dinosaurs and stuff. So he's mixed down. Spent out every time. As soon as the boy was time, he wears the scars of the left back to the boys.
Good evening, Emmett. And the fire chief explained just how this blaze began. He said a work crew had been using a blowtorch to warm asphalt shingles that they were applying to the facade of a building. They completed their work about 3 o'clock in the morning and then stayed by for about about an hour making sure everything was okay, following procedure. Then they took a break, and by the time they returned for a second check, the fire here was underway. LA County Fire Chief P. Michael Freeman says the fire that burned on the backlot of Universal Studios was the equivalent of an entire city block up in flames. The blaze burned for some 12 hours, with 400 firefighters battling to keep it from spreading.
projected onto screens that are 40 feet tall and 180 feet wide. What Digital is the special effects company that worked on that for us. They've worked on other films like Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, War for the Planet of the Apes, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Hobbit trilogy. They're incredible at what they do, and they did that here for us at Universal, which is just so awesome. Now, the original King Kong from the 1930s, the one that actually inspired Peter Jackson to become a filmmaker, that King Kong was actually a puppet. Look at that. You're welcome in the background. Yes, hello. Oh, that was actually a puppet that was less than a foot tall. This big kind of sequences for the time period, you know, and stop motion animation. If you're not familiar, you take a picture of something, then move the object slightly, and then take another picture, move the object again, and repeat the process till you have a string of photos that when you like put them together, come to life like this. Just as scary as this. So King Kong went from this in the 1930s to that today in less than 100 years of filmmaking ingenuity. So I wonder what he's going to look like 100 years from now. He's probably going to be picking up our tram and throwing us around. It'll be awesome, whatever it is. So we did unfortunately lose our 5th tram car during that epic battle. I know you guys saw I got pulled off by some dinosaur. I was like, no. Well, you know what? That's what they get for sitting in the way back. Car 4, you're next. Keeping my eye on you guys. So they did make it off okay. Everyone is fine. No need to panic. As you can see, everybody made it off here on their tram. It's not usable anymore. That car is not usable. But they don't get to finish the tour. Their car became a picture car. So a picture car is any kind of vehicle you see on screen in a TV show or in a movie. It could be a taxi cab driving down New York Street like we just did, or it could be the star of a movie like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. So why don't we take a look at some of Universal's most famous picture cars. right, that's Kit, the 2008 Knight Rider series. Right next to Tom Selleck's Ferrari from Magnum PI. I should call it a faux Ferrari because it had a Volkswagen engine on the side. Some cars from the future and some prehistoric vehicles next door. Picture car row just isn't complete without Fast and Furious. That's all about the cars. Gyrosphere is pretty cool, but my favorite is from Transformers. It's this tank on the end, and I love it so much because it's made out of plywood. That's right. It's a lot easier for filmmakers to be able to pick up something super big and bulky like that, move it around wherever they need it to be, instead of having to like parallel park a 2-ton tank. Anyone want to do that? I don't want to do that. I can't even parallel park my Prius in Los Angeles, so I just really respect the tank. All right, we got some more picture cars from the Jurassic Park franchise on our left and right. Some Jeeps, and speaking of Jurassic Park, let's check out some set pieces from the franchise. Keep in mind, most of these pieces are super fake, made of plywood, plastic, paint, PVC pipe, chicken wire, foam rubber. Check out the mobile lab unit used by Jeff Goldblum in The Lost World on your left. There's a bit of a dinosaur attack going on. Oy, oy, oy. Hope there are no dinos on the loose. The original Jurassic Park film, directed by Steven Spielberg, it's a classic, and he decided that he wanted to add weather and to add some drama and suspense to the film. He wanted it to be raining and dark and scary because the dino attack in the sunshine is just not quite the same. So what do you do when you're filming out here in Southern California and you need it to rain? You don't just wait around for it to rain, you make it rain. That's right, we're going to do that right now with a little weather demonstration coming up in our old Mexico set. So just because we're doing a demo, even though this is just like very minimal, just a light drizzle we're going to do here, just remind everyone to remain seated and hang on to your belongings and all that. Don't let anything fall out of the tram. We're going into our old Mexico sets here. Make sure you guys have your eyes and ears peeled for some awesome effects. Specifically, keep an eye on that building with the blue stripe across the way. It's going to have a lighting effect on it. It's going to be cool. I don't want you to miss it. Alrighty. Hear that? You see that? That's a lighting effect. It's actually a strobe light that they're just flashing onto the building. It looks like lightning. It's very convincing, yes? And we got the sound effects. Make it seem like there's thunder going on. It just started raining out of nowhere. No, guys, this is our sprinkler system. We have pipes that shoot water up into the air, and as it falls back down to the earth because of gravity, it looks like rain. It's science. It's nice, huh? Alright, I think we get the idea, yeah? You got it? It's cool. We have more to do, more to see. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off. Oh, it's like stuck or something. It's like not releasing. Oh boy, alright. Oh boy, everybody, that's too much water. Everybody brace yourselves. Hang on, hang on, hang on. That was our flash flood simulation. We used it in a film called Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti. What do you know? They outran the wolf. As we're finishing our drive through Old Mexico, you might recognize some of these sets from Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black, or the Three Amigos, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase around here. And just like that, we left Old Mexico, and we're entering the Old West. Welcome to 6 Points, Texas, everybody. Universal got its start with Western films here in 6 Points, Texas. In fact, in their first year of filmmaking, Universal filmed 200 Westerns. You're like, how is that even possible, tour guide Jensen? Hold your horses, everybody. I'll tell you. 6 Points, Texas has 6 streets that intersect. They could film 6 things at one time, and they were all silent, so they didn't have to worry about overlapping sound, and they were all like 5 minutes long. So that's how they did it. I want to show you guys my favorite Western duel sequence that were filmed here in 6 Points by a versatile dramatic actor.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this town don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
I want to see you mount up and get out of town when we get good.
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Or you can count on me, Fallon. Now get.
This is as good as a beautiful bridge.
We just have to talk it out. That's
Yeah, nothing like a classic Jimmy and Jimmy face-off. You'll also be able to see these sets later this summer in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's right, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt were out here filming last summer, and it was awesome, to say the least, to be out here. I keep auditioning. All right, guys, we're halfway through the tour today. Just a reminder about that emergency photograph. Emergency, otherwise hang tight. We'll be back in the theme park in a bit. Now on our left there is Park Lake, a cute body of water. It's used in Creature from the Black Lagoon, a classic monster movie. And actually just right behind me is classic monster movie territory. It's Little Europe. You're facing it. We're going to be curving around. You'll be able to get a little bit of a peek to the side of it. It was Transylvania in Dracula, and a bunch of angry villagers were running amok in Frankenstein. Right now it's closed because they're filming the final season of The Good Place over there in Little Europe. Very excited about that. So Chris Nellis on dancing. And then on our left here, we have Hallmark Channel's Home and Family. You guys see these trailers out here. They got a house behind them. They come down here Mondays through Fridays. They're very hard with the lunch. What do you know, you guys? We're going to get to go to another soundstage. What a treat. So this soundstage is a hot set. So a hot set is basically a set that's dressed, all the set pieces are up and ready to go, but it's hot. So if you touch anything, they basically just don't want anything moving around. So make sure you remain seated and hang on and all that. This is pretty cool. We've got some state-of-the-art camera equipment on our left there. And this looks like the subway station, San Francisco. Just like that, we went from the west to San Francisco in like 2 minutes. How cool is that? We travel so quickly here. And there's craft services. There's a bunch of bananas. I'm not interested in that. Whoa! Okay, everybody just hang on tight. No need to panic. It's just a tremor. We get them in California. Normal. Totally normal. Totally normal. Maybe not. All right, everybody, hang on. You guys, I think we're done. I think we're through. Take it back. Now look at it. Now there was mechanical effects were based on the 1970s Film Earthquake. The 70s were the disaster era for us, full of mechanical effects, just like those films like Earthquake, Airport, all of the sequels. But more recently than the 70s, you can check out those mechanical effects being used in an episode of Bones. Dang, is it near? We had some gnarly water experiences today on this tour. Let's have another one, shall we? I'd like to welcome everyone to Amity Island. All right, now full disclosure, I have a little bit of a shark problem, but don't worry, I've taken matters into my own hands. I have called the best in the business, a scuba diver who specializes in shark therapy. All right, guys, he's going to be out here just in case any sharks appear, but you know, just to be safe, make sure you're all remaining seated. But what are the odds that we're going to see a shark today as this tram pulls up? The odds are good. Look at, there it is. Oh boy. Now, no need to panic, guys. We have a professional on hand to handle just this sort of situation. There he is. He knows exactly what he's doing. That's awkward. Ooh. Well, he had a lot of guts to be out there. Alright, so that didn't work. Plan B. Let's hang out here behind this sturdy dock and giant tanks of gasoline, yes? I don't care if you say no. We're doing it everybody. He works very hard. He's just trying to smile at you guys. Otherwise I will jump and like he works very hard for us here. He can even do the backstroke. You'll see him do that now as he resets. Look at this Tram. But the shark that they used on set for Steven Spielberg's Jaws did not work so well. They did test it out in freshwater here on the Universal lot, but as soon as they brought that mechanical shark out to the Atlantic Ocean where they were filming on location, the mechanical shark in the salt water, they did not get along.
That's a much maligned shark. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all. Wherever you were on the island, you would hear the radio mics. They were always saying, "The shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working."
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough for a while there, and it was a difficult time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
They do owe the shark a lot because production was pushed 200 days behind schedule. They had to move the release date of the film from December of '74. They normally released films in December, to the summer of '75. And when it came out that summer, it became the first ever summer blockbuster film. No film had thought to do that before. Jaws had to do it totally on accident. So thank you, Jaws, for all of your hard work. We're going to jump from sharks to chickens. Check out the chicken ranch coming up on the right side of your tram. I got some twangy music to go along with it. I think it goes. It was used in Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds' Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Once a bleak shot, whatever else is on your screen. And behind it is a great example of a facade. See that cute little yellow neighboring building? As we drive around, we're like, oh, that's just a wall. That's a facade. Facade means false front, and that is a false front. Have I ever seen that? On the left there, see that sign that says Hot Scent? That's Colonial Street over there. It's being used for filming. Mindy Kaling has another project I think they're using Colonial Street for today. It was also used by the show Abby's, which was on NBC, a sitcom with a live studio audience. They were out there on Colonial. And then Colonial also has more of a history to it as well. Jim Stewart filmed Harvey out there, the TV show The Munsters, and alright, I can see by the looks on your faces, you guys are like, oh, where are you guys taking us? I'm not taking taking you anywhere scary, guys. This is Wilderness Road, okay? Wilderness Road is utilized by the Universal filmmakers all the time. They filmed an episode of Fox's 911 out here, starring Peter Krause and Angela Bassett. Also, Bird Box, the scene for Bird Box with Sandra Bullock, who is out here filming a little makeshift campsite on Wilderness Road. So we do know how to utilize this area, even though it doesn't look like much. We have over 400 acres at Universal, so we know how to utilize every bit of the lot. All right, I know you guys are ready for some Christmas time in July, right? Yes? How about Whoville? Let's check it out. These are a few of the exterior sets left from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Right? Now, it was a huge production when it was here on the Universal lot. It took up 11 sound stages at one time. One of those was just dedicated to hair, makeup, and prosthetics for the Who's. Oh, those poor Who's. Our neighbor was sure a Grinch. And now, they're not off much better because their neighbors were a real psycho. And I'm talking, of course, about Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Check out the Bates Motel, everybody. There it is on your right there. Oh, there's vacancy if anyone feels like popping in for a quick shower. No, we're going to keep driving? Too bad. Now you can see the Bates Motel is actually a little bit smaller than your regular building, and that's because it's built on a 3/4 scale. So Alfred Hitchcock did that on purpose because he wanted the actor who plays Norman Bates, his name's Anthony Perkins, when he steps out in front of the Bates Motel, he appears more menacing and larger than life. And, you know, you can't make the man bigger, you make the building smaller, though. So that's what they did there. We're finishing our drive up the Psycho path. We're going to see the Psycho house here at the top of the hill. You might want to check the second floor window to see Norman's mama looking out for him. You'll be able to tell it's her because she's aged super well. There's another colossal set for you here. This is another Spielberg film from War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise. There you go, some VIP groups coming out and checking it out. Up close, how cool is that? Now, I told you most of the set pieces we'd see today would be fake, but I got a confession. This plane here is real. That's a real Boeing 747 they destroyed specifically for the making of this movie.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Stephen.
We sit them to sit down to talk about the world. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're getting back here. Listen to me. Listen to me. Close your eyes, okay? Now close. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Man, it's the end of the world and the teenager still does not want to listen. Some things never change. All right, we are 10 minutes to the end of our tour today. You will be back in the theme park shortly. Make sure you remember that red emergency cord is there for emergencies. Otherwise, hang tight. You'll be back soon. Now I mentioned Universal has 400 acres of filming possibilities. Falls Lake here on our right takes up a huge amount of that space. Now don't crane your necks around, you'll be able to see it. You can't miss it. It's a giant blue rectangle at the end there. That's our mural, that's our special effects background. And in front of it, we'll talk about it since it's theirs, and it's cute. That's John Candy's cabin from The Great Outdoors. Now back to Falls Lake, there's actually a pit in front of it. They film special effects sequences out there. Since they have a pit, they can fill it with water and film ocean sequences. That's what they did in Clint Eastwood's Sully.
Evacuate.
Now check it out, guys. They actually brought that plane out here and all those actors in the water. It was all right there. But the New York City skyline and the weather is all CGI, computer-generated imaging that they added in post-production after filming is complete. You guys have seen Falls Lake way more than you even realize. Inception, Dunkirk, Hunger Games Catching Fire, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and The Hangover 3, which is my mom's favorite movie. I'm not even lying about that. She loves it. Oh boy, okay, wow. Okay, so we have to make a pit stop into Sullivan's Truck Repair. You guys, I have some news. We are being chased by an international criminal named Owen Shaw. And there's a witness from the Witness Protection Program on our tram. So my buddy Luke Hobbs said we could hide out in here if we ever had an emergency. And I think we have one. So apparently there's a group of mechanics that are going to watch out for us and keep us safe. So this is just the safest spot for us. And I do have an incoming message. Oh boy, okay, I'm going to patch it through, everybody. Pay attention.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. Buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
That means you want to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
Roger that, Roman and Letty. We are going to be pulling into the next bay, guys. And it sounds to me like there's a dance party going on next door. So we're going to do our best to lay low and play it cool and not draw attention to ourselves. So even though we're driving a tram into the middle of a dance party, our mission is to lay low and play it cool. All right, everybody blend in. Hey, guys. No one's chasing us. We're here for the good times. How you all doing? Those boots are very tall. Yes, you're working that.
Everybody out! The FBI! Turn the music off!
Man, we're just trying to have a good time out here. Maybe turn the party off. You guys, I think they're on to us. Oh boy, okay, we're gonna need some backup out here. Hey, Roman!
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party. And
Roman Pierce, FBI, go boom. That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, let's back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight.
First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't get it to your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss!
That ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family protects you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Call you back. It was on vibrate. Shaw tricks us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Try to move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Oh boy, guys, I cannot believe it. But we're gonna have to drive this train alongside the Fast and Furious gang. Oh, it's gonna be wild. And you heard them. It's gonna be real interesting. But I bet it would be more interesting if you had your 3D glasses on. That's right. It's time to get those 3D glasses on. It is gonna be a Fast and Furious ride.
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Cover the left. Moving faster. Roman, Letty, hook him up. I got the move by the horn. Now we're moving. say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys get that. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
What an awesome way to end the tour today, guys! Joining the Fast and Furious crew. Thank you guys so much for letting me guide you through the Universal Studios backlot. Let's sum it up with an epic montage Universal style. And as we head back to the park, we hope you'll come back and visit us again. We have so many exciting developments at Universal, and it's such a great time to be here. We got Jurassic World, the ride just came out this summer. Next year, a ride based on Illuminations, The Secret Life of Pets is coming out. You have to come back and check out that one. We're celebrating Universal's most recent Best Picture winner, Green Book. The 55th anniversary of the world-famous Universal Studios tour. That's right, we're in our 55th year, guys. We're celebrating our anniversary this week. So, you guys are all celebrating whether you do it or not. Thank you for celebrating with me. On behalf of our driver, Chris, and myself, Jensen, thank you guys so much for being such an awesome tram. We're pulling back into the low line, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. Wow, the light is just barely working. You guys get to see me one last time. Thank you guys so much for being a great tram. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And, as we pull up here, I'm going to tell you to hit the road. Everybody, have a great night. How'd you know I was going to play that song? Got a Smarty up here in the front car. Everybody have a great rest of your day.